Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Real to Sports podcast finally brings to you its most popular podcast in the entire world. It's time for Talk to 'em Wrestling. Let's go.
I'm saying rocking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that heavy metal music and you see those graphics, you know what time it is. Welcome to the Real to Sports podcast. Welcome to another episode of our flagship wrestling show, Talk to 'em Wrestling. Y'all know who we are. Y'all know why we here. It's WrestleMania season. And
Yes,
before
sir.
we break down the biggest WrestleMania of all time, I got to introduce you guys to the New World Order of Wrestling podcast, my tag team partners for this evening. I got to start off with the man that's hosting WrestleMania this year. He's one of the biggest wrestling maniacs I've ever met in my life. This dude eats, sleeps, and breathes wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Philadelphia's favorite son, Philly G. How you doing, Philly G?
Jizo.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? WrestleMania in Philly Saturday. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Right in your backyard, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Philly G, tell him real quick, where's the best place in Philly to get a cheesesteak?
It's not Pasagino, sadly. You got to go to Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. There's this place called Colonial Kitchen. I've been going there. Well, my family's been going there for 50 years, getting cheesesteaks, pizza, all that. You got to go out there.
Woo!
Y'all heard him, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Boy,
Hey,
bring
man.
up 95.
And next up, man, we got the Heartbreak Kid himself, the hardest working man in showbiz. I swear, man, this man is the wrestling podcast what Jim Cornette is the wrestling historians. Ladies and gentlemen, he's old school, and he's the heavyweight host champion of the world. Give it up for the one and only Big A.
That's me. Let me put the camera on me. It's me.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate and wise man for the Lorraine. I can't do it like Paul, man. I can't do it like Paul.
Nobody can, man.
I just carry the belt like Paul.
I, of course, am your host for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. My favorite wrestler of all time and yours is the one and only Rob Van Dam, and I go by the name Young Mark. I'm excited to be here with you guys this evening. What's going on? Hey, man.
Your baby face today, bro.
I mean, I gotta be, you know what I'm saying? We had some injuries on the roster. I had to change sides real quick, you know. You know how I go in wrestling.
Oh, wait a minute.
Man. Uh-oh, not Chris in the building. Super kick!
Rapid
Super
fire.
kick!
Yo,
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
come on, man. Rapid fire
What up,
wrestling
Sherrod?
doing this thing, man.
What up?
What's going on, Coach?
Yeah.
I know Coach Law's got something cooking
Oh,
when we
man.
get down to predicting this show tonight, man.
We'd like to hear from y'all in the live chat. Yeah, speak it up.
Oh yeah. So we're going into WrestleMania 40, my brothers, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And you know, every time we get to WrestleMania season, you're starting to think about some of the historic moments. You know, like Shelton Benjamin constantly still in the show during Money in the Bank,
Woo!
Bianca Belair and
Don't stop
Sasha
me
Banks
now.
main eventing WrestleMania a couple years ago, or one of my personal favorite moments, Kofi Kingston becoming the first African-born
Kofi Mania.
wrestler to win the WWE Championship. A lot of those moments I just mentioned were a part of Black wrestling history. And to know Black wrestling history, you have to know Black history overall. and it'd be remiss for us to be here today on April the 4th and not give a quick shout out and a quick salute to the late great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Um, Unfortunately, today is the anniversary of his untimely assassination when he was taken from us. But I wanted to bring him up because without him and the sacrifices that he and countless other people made during that time period, we wouldn't have had Junkyard Dog. We wouldn't have had Tony Atlas. Ron Simmons probably doesn't win the World Heavyweight Championship. You don't have Booker T. So pretty much what I'm
the
saying
big cat
is
Ernie Ladd. You know what I'm
talk to
saying?
him.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Thunderbolt Patterson.
Coco Beware.
Ron Simmons.
Coco
Teddy
Beware.
Long.
Yeah, man.
The legend.
So
yeah,
I say all that to say, without the late great Dr. King, a lot of your favorite wrestling moments involving black wrestlers wouldn't happen, and I doubt we'd have the platform that we're on here today to be able to talk wrestling with you guys. So just wanted to take some time out to give a salute and a shout out to the late great Dr. King today. Now, getting back to the wrestling, it's the reason why we're all here. We're gonna go ahead and get into predictions for night one of WrestleMania 40. I love that they're doing 2 nights because if WrestleMania was still one night like it used to be back in the day, I don't know how Big A will make it through the show. So the first match that I want to break down with you guys, man, the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. You got the Judgment Day. You got former NXT Tag Team Champions DIY. You got Awesome Truth. You got the New Day. A-Town Down Under, and the New Catch Republic. Philly G, you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm here.
Are you good, bro? I'm gonna start with you, man.
Okay.
Who do you think is gonna come out of WrestleMania with the tag team titles? Because word on the street is this match is gonna split the tag team championships. So who do you got winning the Raw titles? Who you got winning the SmackDown titles?
So,
that's why they call
that's
it
a good
rapid
question,
fire.
man.
They was ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been leaning more towards Awesome Truth because, of course, for people that have seen that, the first stint that they had was very insane, and I loved what they did with them making them heels at the time, and now they're baby faces and we're older now, right? It's crazy. But definitely Awesome Truth. But I've always been a big fan of Pete Dunne ever since NXT UK and Bate. I would love for New Catch Republic to definitely be champions. But as far as like splitting it up, SmackDown and Raw, we know the draft is coming up soon. But if I'm guessing, they'll keep Awesome Truth together on Raw, and then we'll have probably New Catch Republic going back to SmackDown as SmackDown champions. At least that's how I would do it.
Very interesting. So Big A is a young man who grew up, with great tag teams like the Midnight Express and
Road Warriors,
yes,
Steiner Brothers,
right?
The Four Horsemen, Totally Blanchard,
Legion of Doom,
the Outsiders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who do you have being the person who's consumed so much tag team wrestling over the years? Who do you have coming out of this match with the SmackDown titles, and who do you have coming out with the Raw titles?
Great question, sir. And I'm gonna go oddball. I think DIY needs to have the tag team titles because they're dead in the water, and they so dropped the ball. It started with Vince with Jesus, why his name? Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano was he was Mr. NXT. Like the dude was he was the dude, and so was Tommaso with that heel run, of course. Those two was great. They fight, they break up, they fight, they break up, but they together. I mean they together, they break up like that. But I think those two guys, out of all of them, they really. I know the Miz. I'm not a Miz fan. Never was. I never liked the Miz.
He said hello to your son.
Yeah, he did, man. My son, no, he did. He actually said. My son said. He said, "What he said, Miz about John Cena's son." He said he looked up. He said, "What do you mean?" He kept walking. I was like, "Man, what do you mean, Miz? Talking to my son like that?" And nah, but he was a heel, so it is what it is. But DIY needs the title. DIY needs the title bad. Sharon. Coach said he liked the Miz. On the mic, he's great. In the ring, he sucks. But I think DIY need this mark, but they need it badly. Um, and again, those two guys, Gargano, they when he came, ever since they came to the main roster, bro, they has no traction whatsoever. Like when it was bad because WWE at the time was not presenting these NXT guys that's coming up to the main roster. They wasn't doing no promo packages. They were just boom, they were there, and everybody like, well, who the hell is this? So so they're doing better with it now. But yeah, man, they need to give it a DIY. And I'm gonna say this: forget the SmackDown and Raw belt and make one set the WWE Tag Team Championships and have them float from SmackDown to Raw. Because you got Raw and then you got SmackDown, you got a blue belt and a red belt. I thought we got past that. And I think we're going to get past that because now we got the WWE World Heavyweight title that's held by Rollins and the Universal, which I heard that they're going to just change it back to the WWE Championship.
Which they should.
Yeah, and so they need to. The Universal thing, they need to just drop. That's over with.
And then the whole undisputed thing. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off, host.
No, you good, bro.
But,
you good.
The whole undisputed thing doesn't make sense if you have two belts too. So that's
I mean, come on, man. We know it's two shows. We get that. We know that. We know it's two shows now. We're not dumb, but I mean, come on, man. You can have one set of titles. You know, you got one. Oh, I know Raw has the World Heavyweight, and I know SmackDown has the Universal. So okay, so now you got you don't even have 10 tag teams. You don't even legitimate.
Back in the day, yeah, but now the tag team divisions on both shows, in my opinion, are getting a lot more depth to them now that Triple H is in charge.
Now, but I tell you this: once he get them started, there's no feuds. There's no feuds. There's no tag team feuds going on right now. None.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
Which one?
Because we like literally one of the best matches on Raw in recent weeks was the street fight that happened between the New Day and Imperium. And I think tag team wrestling started to make a little bit of a comeback with Triple H. If I'm booking this match, the team that I would have loved to have seen in this match and win it, unfortunately didn't qualify, and I think that was low key a mistake. But
I know
it's just my opinion. I wish the Creed brothers were in this match because
take my money on that.
Show,
I'm with you.
Every time they get a chance to wrestle on Raw. But I agree with host. It made sense to unify the tag titles back when you had
Facts, coach.
Back when you had the Usos as a part of the bloodline, it made sense from a storyline perspective to have them be the undisputed tag champions alongside, Roman and everything. But now I think it makes more sense to split them because, like I said, you have a lot of tag team depth on both shows. You got like on SmackDown, you got A-Town Down Under, Pretty Deadly. On Raw, you got the Creed brothers, Alpha Academy, among others. So.
Can I see AOP? Can I see them, please? Because they was dominant as a mother in NXT.
But since you mentioned them, hosts, as Mark was saying, there's a feud on Raw between New Day and Imperium where they had one. You got the Final Testament going against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, which I think they call themselves the Pride now or something like that. But you got that going on.
Okay.
So they building something slowly. And
hey, look, coach. I'm talking about, coach. What talking about, man? AOP, bro. AOP was
What y'all know about
all these are Triple H's kids. All these are Triple H's kids. DIY, Gargano, AOP. Hell, I don't want to see them back, but what was it? The Ascension. Like I would love to have them back. The longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, bro. They went to the main roster kaput because it was Vince. Are they allowed? Yes, sir.
Up until CM Punk in AEW, the biggest fumble bag in professional wrestling was the Ascension just being destroyed on the main roster.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that still irks my soul. Yeah, but if I were booking this match, go ahead, Philly G.
They could have been a long time heel, and they would have been still up there now.
Oh God, yeah. Oh
They had the
God, yeah.
gimmick for it too, in my
The gimmick,
opinion.
yeah, absolutely.
From the Raw side, I
Agree
would
with you,
like to
Mark.
see a appreciate it, coach. I would like to see
Ah,
the Awesome Truth. I want our Truth to finally have a moment to kind of like put a bow on his great career.
yeah,
If anybody deserves it, it's him. Like I can't think of
yeah,
the countless BS storylines and creative they gave him over the years, and he made everything that they gave him work. Never complained, never asked for his release, none of that stuff. So I think if anybody deserves to have a WrestleMania moment, it'd be him. So on the Raw side, I'm rooting for the Awesome Truth. On the SmackDown side, I love the new Catch Republic, but I don't think that they're ready yet.
yeah, yeah. They're not ready.
Um, I want to say A Town Down Under, but I low-key don't think that they're ready yet either.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Um, so like the SmackDown side is really tough for me to pick because the one tag team I feel like is established enough to carry the SmackDown titles aren't even in the dang match, and that being pretty deadly. So
Yeah.
if I absolutely have to pick
they've been
somebody to win
losing
the
lately too.
SmackDown titles, yeah, I'll give it to A Town Down Under, I guess. But I would much prefer it for it to be pretty deadly in the Creed brothers. But that's
Okay,
just me.
okay.
One last question I have for you guys about this match before we
Yes, sir.
move on.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
I've noticed a trend over the last couple of WrestleManias where, in order to get more people on the show, they're booking like multi-person ladder matches. A couple years ago, remember the Hardys made their return in a multi-person ladder match for the tag titles. Zack Ryder had his WrestleMania moment in a multi-person ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. It's almost like ladder matches and WrestleMania are synonymous with each other. So my question to you two is, especially with WrestleMania being on a two-night format now, is it finally time to reunite the Money in the Bank ladder match with WrestleMania? Have the
Yes,
women's on night one, the men's on night two.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with that. I'm with
Definitely
that,
put
Y'all
it
brother.
think it's
back on
time?
there.
Yeah, because it gives it importance, and also it's a whole calendar year. It starts from that day WrestleMania, and it ends the next year WrestleMania. So it's a whole calendar year. So yeah, it doesn't need to be a gimmick pay-per-view anymore. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say
no,
that as well.
that's
Like
wrong.
I
Yeah,
never really liked it when it became the pay per view.
right, right, right.
It was bad enough
It's
that we
giving us
had
some
Hell in
great
a
moments,
Cell.
though.
It has. I
Yeah,
mean, the one moment that comes to my mind all the time, Mark, is Dean Ambrose
Yeah.
uh cashing in and JBL losing his mind because he didn't want it to happen. But you know, Dean Ambrose. But outside of that, I don't really think of any other
I,
ones.
can
Probably
I
Liv,
say
but
this, Mr. Episode?
Yeah.
That the Money in the Bank, I would do. It's time for this is the chance for WWE to make new stars, and why
yes,
not put like somebody like Braun Breaker in it, put Ricochet in it, Jesus, who else? Dominic Dijakovic, guys like that that got world championship potential. Put them
yeah,
guys in it. Put those guys. Don't put Randy Orton
nah.
and AJ Styles. We tired of seeing the
They just
same old
padding
guys.
stats at that point.
Yeah, man. Let's get some new guys in there. WWE got so much good talent. Santos Escobar, put him in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put him in there. Put these guys in there, man. And what's up, Jim? I think this is Jim.
What's happening?
What's up,
What's up,
Jim?
brother?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I cannot
I
wait.
just thought
Uh,
about that. Wanted to know you guys' opinion because I feel like
Thanks.
it's kind of time to reunite the two.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Man, the live
yeah,
chat is off the chain tonight.
yeah, facts,
Talk to
facts.
him, man. They're killing it.
Hey, but we're gonna keep the momentum going, man.
Yeah.
This next match wasn't originally supposed to happen at WrestleMania, but life happened, and here we
Facts.
are.
Facts, Jill. Facts, Jill.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, take over New Orleans. Ooh.
That was the goat.
What
Oh
you
man, that was
talking
the goat.
about?
That was low
Woo.
key the goat.
Yeah, bro. Don't get me started. Go ahead, Hope. He's the
The
host.
next match we want to break down, man,
Yes, sir.
is a championship that is literally synonymous with WrestleMania. Like there have been too many WrestleMania moments associated with this championship for me to remember off the top of my head. We got Gunther defending his title for the second WrestleMania in a row, this time against the man who main evented WrestleMania Night 1 last year in Sami Zayn. I'm going to start with you, Big A. What's your excitement level for this match, and who do you have winning? Is it finally time for Gunther to drop it?
I'm not excited at all, and Gunther needs to go ahead and go with it. Sami Zayn, and I get why Sami Zayn is in that era, because in that getting this opportunity, because Sami Zayn has done the best work with the bloodline. If it wasn't for him, and Roman was still coming up as far as being a heel and promo, but Sami Zayn really carried the bloodline. He was the most entertaining. And I see why he got it, but it ain't time for him to be Intercontinental title. Like, okay, a baby, in order to get invested in a baby face, he has to chase it. He has to chase it. It's kind of like you just gotta chase it. Like there's no chase. There's no story, no nothing. You just Intercontinental. Chad Gable should be in that situation, and if anything, I would let Gunther win in WrestleMania, and he drop it at SummerSlam. He drop it at SummerSlam. Let it be. Gunther goes on to be world champ. It's time for him to go on to be world champ, and let Chad Gable get it. Because Chad Gable with the Shorty G gimmicks and the
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The dude put his dues in. He's a great wrestler. And thank you. That's over. It was so annoying. It was so annoying. But Chad Gable and the people they're rallying behind Chad Gable, because look what he's doing with Maxine Dupree. And she sucks. But he's still, you know,
Careful.
I know.
Ripley gonna come after you, dog. Careful.
I know, right? All the live chat is off the chain. 5 stars. 5-star match. Gunther retains. Absolutely. It's going to be a 5-star. Because Sami Zayn can put on this is going to be NXT Sami Zayn. He was Uzi. Word. Aha! Gable should have. Yeah, Gable should do it, man. If you want Mark, but if you're booking, and you guys are DCW and PCW, you guys know y'all bookers in your own YouTube content, right?
It's right there.
So you have a pay-per-view, you want the fans to go home happy. I mean,
not all the time.
Not all, but you need something.
Yeah.
You need something to make them happy, because if you let heels win or the obvious win all the time, you got a boring pay-per-view. The good feel-good moment is just like when Zack Ryder, like you mentioned earlier, when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental title in that ladder match. That was one of the biggest moments in Intercontinental history and WrestleMania history, because nobody thought that Sami Zayn was gonna. Zack Ryder was gonna win. Nobody thought that. They didn't do that with Gable.
No, when he did that, I was like, yo.
Yeah, when he won, I was like, yeah, that's what's up, bro. I was,
I
know Mark
was about to say that, Coach. Wait a minute. I was waiting for my turn, Coach.
Do you think Priest would catch?
Go ahead. Ooh. Go ahead, Philly G.
I'm talking too much. Hot tag, bro.
Yeah.
The live chat is off the chain.
So as I was saying, like, you know, Coach had just mentioned it. I've been thinking about that. I think Gunther retains. I already know I'm a big Gunther fan, so I like him. I like Sami too, but I think Gunther retains this. But as he's celebrating, you know, he's tired, he's winded, probably has a slight injury, quote unquote. And the next thing you know, you hear Damian Priest's music, and he's coming down to cash in on Gunther. He takes the title
for the Intercontinental.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that for a while. If they lose those tag team titles, which everything says that they will, he's going to cash in either on the Intercontinental title or Seth or Drew.
I don't think he should do Intercontinental, because you know why? You got the Intercontinental is up here, and you got the United States down here. It's like this. United States is not catching up to the Intercontinental.
I mean,
it's coming. Yeah, whatever.
You
broke kayfabe on me.
Broke kayfabe on me. I'm sorry.
You good, bro?
They're slipping into the babyface Judgment Day. They're literally slipping into the babyface now because the crowd is behind them when you think about it. That's why I say like it's possible for him to cash in on somebody like Gunther.
That would
But
be
then
big.
again, things have happened. Crazier things have happened in Philly. We've seen John Cena get his shirt thrown back at him, so Sammy might win. Who
Oh
knows?
man, Mark.
You
There
know,
you go. There you go with that bias stuff.
I mean, nobody likes
yeah.
John Cena, anyways.
I mean,
My son
I
do.
mean, well, they have a love hate relationship in Philadelphia with that man. But anyway, um, yeah, that's my take on
Babyface.
it, bro. Like Sammy could
Babyface.
possibly win this, but I think Gunther retains and Damian cashes in, man.
What you think, Mark? Because I got a feeling. I've known you for a long time. I know something is brewing up in that mind of yours. What you get? What you
I got
got?
the perfect solution for this match. It's going to validate the fans like Chris and like you host,
Hmm?
and it's also going to make the storyline even better. All right, so peep this.
Crazy.
I have Gunther and Sammy having a banger of a match. Like you
Okay.
said, host, I'm talking we getting NXT El
Mm-hmm.
Generico
Yeah,
Sami Zayn
Generico. Word.
in this match. Sammy gets oh so close to finally beating Gunther,
Mm-hmm.
only to have a newly turned heel Chad Gable come out and cost him the match, setting
I
up a
just thought about that
feud
too.
between Chad Gable and Sami Zayn because
Mm-hmm.
Chad is pissed off that Sammy got the spike that he feels like should have rightfully been his. Kind of akin to what Drew McIntyre is doing, but a little bit more
Mm.
serious with Chad Gable.
Mm.
Build Chad Gable some credibility. You might be able to cash in on it at Money in the Bank down the line.
You're so right, but so far. You're so right though, but how can the people love Chad Gable though?
He
It's
ain't
so
that
hard to
far
get him
off.
turned
Right,
heel.
He ain't
right.
that far off. They've been
But how
friends
many
for a very
times have we
long time.
seen?
Oh, really?
How many times have we seen in wrestling history somebody do some heel tactics, have justifiable reasons for it, but still be cheered? People
Oh,
remember people were
yeah.
cheering a heel Stone Cold Steve Austin in WrestleMania 13.
They cheer NWO too
Right.
They did
because
the
it was
same thing
cool.
with
Now
Street
here's
Profits.
here's the thing with Gunther. Like, here's where I'm gonna start cooking with Gunther. I fully agree with host. Gunther should drop it at SummerSlam.
Oh shit!
I called him host, Big A.
No, you good,
I
dog?
agree with you. I think Gunther
I
drops it
like
at
hosts.
SummerSlam. Post WrestleMania, I think during the draft, they switched the mid card titles. The US title goes to Raw, the Intercontinental goes to SmackDown.
It's already
I
there.
believe no, Intercontinental's on Raw right now.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
So I believe once they do that switch during the draft, because they're probably going to do it post WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my match of SummerSlam for the Intercontinental title: Gunther versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker goes over and takes the title off of him.
Yes.
Take my money.
Yes. Yes.
That's the quote I
Yes.
was waiting for.
Take my money.
I was like, let me see if I can get host money real quick.
You got it.
Bro,
Here. Here. You
I've been
got it.
calling for
I'm with
that
you.
for the longest, and I would
Yeah, I'm
love for
with you.
Braun to be on the roster. A lot of
I'm
people
with you on
hate
that.
that.
Yeah.
My boy at Rapid Fire hates it a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I've been telling him, man, Braun Breaker is something different, and he's gonna be an IC champion or United States champion. There's no
Yeah.
way that
And
they waste it.
I'm glad you say that, Mark, because IC is what most greats start from. They start from the
Yes.
IC title first,
Yeah,
and then you go
And
on.
for him to take down somebody like Gunther for his first, like, real fight,
Yeah.
that's gonna say a lot.
Oh
Oh,
God, yeah.
I'm not done, gentlemen. I'm not
Oh,
done.
Oh my
come
So
on.
the reason why that storyline works
He
is
has
because
it.
A,
Oh yeah, he's ready.
notice coach,
Yeah.
notice how I said SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
build him up until SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
You have legit two badasses fighting for that title. Even when Gunther loses, I feel like Gunther wouldn't lose any heat or any popularity because he lost to Braun Breaker, who up to this point has been booked incredibly well. Braun would
Yes.
be incredibly credible and be worthy enough to take the title off of him. So you still get, I feel like, the same hard hitting, high quality matches on that title, but with the fresh face to keep the title relevant. And another reason why I say that is because I feel like a feud they should go down. It was teased at the Royal Rumble last year in 2023, and I feel like it's time to capitalize on that rivalry now. Gunther versus Cody. A spoiled future prediction, but Gunther versus Cody for the WWE Championship could be a good rivalry to have for a couple pay-per-views down the road. So that's
Yeah.
my plan with Gunther this year.
Yeah,
Let him hold
I see
on
that.
to it until SummerSlam,
Yo, yo.
drop it to Braun,
Who's this?
and then feud with Cody.
Who's
What's
that? Who's
going
that?
on?
Who's that?
We got a guest in the building. We got to
Word,
figure out who it
word.
is. Might
This
be
hard
Arsenio
to
Hall or
say,
something.
bro.
He said
But
Arsenio.
that's my plan for it. All right, moving along. You
I
know, it
said
wouldn't
too,
it
Gunther
wouldn't
versus
be.
Cody.
See, me and Coach on the same page. It wouldn't be WrestleMania if you didn't have this next match on the card. You had Owen versus Brett. You had Matt versus Jeff. Of course, you're gonna have brother versus brother. So I'm a ask for the predictions on this match like this. I'm gonna start with Philly G. You know what question I'm about to ask you, dog?
What up? What up?
Team
Content.
Yeet or Team No Yeet?
Well,
Oh.
Jimmy
you
Uso
already
or
know.
Jay
Look,
Uso?
you already know, baby. Yee. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the yee. He gonna
I
catch
said
his
no
yee
yeet.
now, and man, it's gonna be crazy, boy. We're gonna have Lil Wayne in the building. Dreams and nightmares going crazy with Meek Mill. Yee. It's
Yeah.
gonna go crazy, boy. But yeah, I got Jay Uso. But I will say this: if Jimmy goes over, I won't be mad. I'll tell you why. Jimmy needs it more than Jay. Jay has already proven
That's
himself
true.
as a singles competitor.
That's true.
Jimmy is like the tractor trailer type of thing. And I had this
That's true.
conversation with my boy Chris Blaze the other day. I said, Jimmy's a trailer. He got mad at me. And I said, think about it. Every time that Jay has done something in the ring, he's pulling. He's pulling weight. When they were the tag team champions, he was the one pulling. Not trying to discredit Jimmy, but he needs it more than his brother. I wouldn't be mad if Jimmy went over, but it's definitely Team Yeet all the way.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Big A,
Yeah.
my guy, you know WrestleMania history about as well as I do. And if you notice, every time we've had a brother versus brother match at WrestleMania, the heel brother always wins.
True.
So does Jimmy Uso continue that trend this year against Jay, or does Jay finally become the first babyface brother to beat the win at WrestleMania?
I'll put it like this. Hey, hey.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Jay got to get the win. He got this is only because I get to that later. But yeah, Jay has to win because I think somebody just said, was it you, Philly G? They said that he's a single. Yeah, you did say it. He's more of a singles competitor now, and Jay will be perfect. I mean, perfect for an Intercontinental title run or United States title run.
Yes.
Because he's so over, and he's developing every single time. He's getting away from that tag team, and he's a future star. He got the crowd with the interest alone. Like he got that, and he was besides Sami Zayn, that dude right there in the bloodline. His face was how him and Sammy was just man. The dude, he got it all. He got it. And Jay should get the win on this. He should get the win.
Okay. So you got a little changing of the guard.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, me personally, I would like to see Jay win. It makes a lot of sense. Considering Jimmy has caused Jay in so many different matches over the last couple of months that it makes sense for him to finally have his get back.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta roll with my homie from Rapid Fire Wrestling, man, Mr. Chris. I think the man who was born a king, the heel, continues the WrestleMania streak, and the heel brothers continue to be undefeated at WrestleMania. Um, it'd be another last level of get back for him because he could use the rub more than Jay could, like Philly D was mentioning.
Jimmy's.
Right. Ran with the pack. But I think it'll go down the route that Matt and Jeff Hardy did, where the babyface puts up a hell of a fight at WrestleMania, but the heel brother finds a way to get the pinfall, and then at the next pay per view, the babyface finally goes over and gets revenge on Big Brother.
And
So
I feel you, Mark. But let me tell you something. If Jimmy, you want Jimmy to win, so what is going to do for Jimmy in the future?
that I don't know. That's up to
Because
Triple H.
nothing worked out for Owen Hart. Nothing worked out for Owen Hart when he beat Brett. It didn't work out for him. Matt Hardy when he beat Jeff, it didn't work out for him. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I get what you're saying because what you said is absolutely right. But what do you do with Jimmy from after that? Jimmy's not a stand up, guy like to be Intercontinental Champion or anything like that. No. He focused more on the tag team.
But the two examples that you gave, in my opinion, I kind of attribute that more to Vince not really knowing how to book people. Respectfully. I'm crying.
That's crazy.
But in my opinion,
I gotta find what that is.
You don't know who Sexy Red is?
No, I find.
No, I ain't talking about
it, bro. I was about to say, but in my humble opinion, this is just me. If I was Triple H, I would use the momentum that Jimmy would gain from winning this match host, and I would have Jimmy Uso do for the United States Championship. It's Devontae. What up, man?
Yeah.
I would have Jimmy do for the U.S. Championship. I'm going to go old school. What Honky Tonk did for the Intercontinental Championship back in the day. Be that slimy heel champion that you can't wait to see somebody finally stick it to and shut up. I think Jimmy, with his antics and his cowardliness, I think he'd be a good modern day version of the Honky Tonk Man for the U.S. title, because Logan Paul is cool as a heel champion and whatnot. I feel like Logan would be better off as Mr. Money.
I was trying to be quiet till you get there.
But I think Jimmy could go on a run with that U.S. title and like I said, be a great slimy type of heel and do for that title what Honky Tonk Man did for the Intercontinental title back in the day. Because host, darn it.
No. That's me. You're good. Host. That's cool.
You remember back in the day, Honky Tonk Man was he had heat everywhere he went, and no matter what town it was, no matter what match he was in, you just want to see somebody finally beat him and shut him up. So that's what I think Jimmy Uso could do for that U.S. title coming out of this feud.
Yeah, until Brock Lesnar come down.
Please don't do that. Please don't. Oh boy. Anywho, this next question I'm gonna start with Philly G, because Philly G consumes a lot more of the WWE product than anybody else that I know on planet Earth. So Philly G, this next match, I ain't gonna lie, it's my sleeper match. It's probably the match when I go get something to eat. Why should I be invested and why should I care about Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio? Sell me on this match, my man.
I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I can't even sell it to you. I was shocked by it too. I was like, "What do you mean, Dragon Lee? Why?" I mean, I'll watch it. You know me, I'm gonna watch every match, but I'm just like, Dragon Lee, though. I mean, I get it. Storyline wise, he got beat up or bullied or whatever you want to call it. But I'm like, nah, bro. I'd rather see the whole LWO versus Legado del Fantasma. Let Zelina and old girl go after it. You know what I'm saying? Nah. This match is, I wouldn't call it a bathroom match, but this is definitely a conversation through the whole thing match. So how was your day? You know what I'm saying? How was your day, babe?
So who do you have winning?
Honestly, bro, as bad as I want to see Dom go down, I'm gonna be real. It might be Dom's side that wins this match. It's gonna be some weird thing that happens at the end or near the end where he gets the win over his dad or something like that. It's gonna be something stupid.
Okay.
Something stupid.
All right. So host.
Thank you.
That's a good. That's a good question, Coach.
Yeah, that's a real good question. Yeah.
So, host, my question to you is, man, you and I have talked. We're both big fans of Rey Mysterio, but we're also big fans of Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
Is it time to finally take old Yeller behind the woodshed and put this feud to rest? Like, do you feel like it's done more harm than good for Santos, or do you think there's still room for improvement here?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's time. It's time for the LWO faction is just it would never be the same without it never be good without Eddie Guerrero. It just is. Rey Mysterio cannot carry this group, bro. Because Rey Mysterio for one, he's not Rey Mysterio like we know him to be. He's 48 years old, so he's not doing what Rey Mysterio, 1996 Halloween Havoc. He's not doing that. He's not doing that
Bring
stuff
back Rey
anymore.
Mysterio Jr. without the mask.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Please don't.
That's what
I do not want to hear the call
no,
of the
no.
soldier. Don't
I'm
do
talking
that.
about question mark Rey Mysterio Jr. when those classic
No,
battles
no,
were.
he was talking about. Let me hear the call of the soldier, Rey Mysterio.
Oh
He was
hell no!
going with
No
Conan.
limits. Yeah, that was
No,
whack. That
no,
was terrible. Like a little
no,
kid. No, bro.
no.
But the LWO angle is just it's nothing impactful. It will never be the same because 48. Yeah, Kevin Hart boys. Yeah, 48 years old. Yeah, Rey Mysterio is old, man, and different injuries and stuff like that, man. It's just that's why we was Rey Mysterio friends, but now it's just like, and he's a terrible promo. He's a terrible promo. Because I mean, he always, as you guys notice, when every time Rey Mysterio with his promo, he has to go Spanish. He has to go Spanish, and it's just because it's his accent, but he don't connect with the crowd like that. Only time the biggest pop he got when he won the world title at Mania 22, I believe, when he won the triple threat with him, Orton, and Angle.
Yeah.
And that was like the biggest pop. He won the WWE title, but he lost it the same night to Cena. So that was just like, ugh. So I mean, god dang, man. I'm telling you, LWO was created by Eddie Guerrero, Juventud Guerrera, Conan. If you bring a guy like Conan in, that'll bring some more value to it. But
Have they ever brought him into the company?
No. That's what I'm
why.
saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I've seen him with every other company but them.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Rey Mysterio just not a guy that's gonna lead a faction. He's just not a leader. That's why it's not over. You got Carlito coming in and he's not spitting the face with people who want to be cool type guy no more. He's just a
they changed his
a regular dude.
He's
not that guy that we know.
He doesn't do with an afro.
Yeah. He's the one that's gonna turn though, as you can see. You could just kind of get a glimpse of it. He's gonna turn.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
They had a reason to be too. But me personally, I haven't been able to get invested into this storyline at all.
Of it. Word.
It's just this is probably gonna be the buffer match between the second to last match and the main event. This is probably gonna be one of them buffer matches.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to be over. I really want Santos. Me personally, I want Santos to be separated from Ray and all them, and go on a different show and just be able to spread his wings. I think he should probably go over to Raw after Mania and maybe feud with Andrade or just really establish himself because the potential is there. Just
he's really good.
His ceiling is so high, man. That's why I was so high on him in NXT. Even when he took off the mask, I was kind of hurt, but at the same time, I ain't gonna always like the baby face. I'm a tweener now, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. I like Santos, man.
He got some badass suits too.
You're an anti-hero.
Santos.
So we call you the sealed hero.
I like the rich aristocrat type.
Because he pulls that off better than Alberto did back in the day, in my opinion. But
Facts.
What do I know? I'm just a young man who likes.
No, you facts, man.
That's probably why
you're so facts. Yeah.
Alberto, what he should.
Yeah. Word.
Host, you mentioned Pops.
Okay.
As soon as the damn theme song starts, but I already know I'm gonna be able to hear Philly G all the way in California. The Women's World Championship match. The man Becky Lynch
Oh.
versus Mommy and Rhea Ripley. Philly G, is it time for Rhea to finally lose her first match in a long, long time?
You ain't kidding.
Yes, yes. Becky
Are you saying that
Balboa.
biased or unbiased?
He
No,
said
no,
he
no, no.
won.
This is totally unbiased. Look, I love mommy. Um, Philly doesn't though, bro. We need Becky Balboa. Um, I just it's time, man. She's been dominant for a long time, and to think about it, the last person that beat her was who? Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan.
Becky needs this. Becky needs this now,
Hmm.
and it's like Rhea has done a lot. I won't say give her a break, but damn, let go of the title. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But yeah, Becky by a long shot. Philly's gonna be behind her. I feel like she's gonna come out to some Rocky type of theme, like a video or something like that to get the crowd pumping. And Becky Balboa is gonna be in full effect, man. She's the man, she's the myth, she's the legend. She's Becky Lynch, Becky Balboa, Philly legend, and she'll be home, so she has to win.
We know who Philly G is rooting for.
Oh
Hmm.
Um,
yeah.
Big A.
Yes, sir.
Who do you have? Who do you have winning this match? You got the dominant women's world champion in Rhea. Do you think she continues her reign of terror, or you think Becky has enough momentum to take the title from her?
Becky Lynch is gonna walk away with the title. The reason why I think Rhea has had the title for so long because there was nobody in that women's division that was even standing close to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was doing great work, with the whole Judgment Day and all that, and that's part. This is the greatest work she ever done. This is great. Uh, yeah, Becky should get it. I'm not a Becky Lynch fan. I think she's overhyped. She a decent promo. The whole punch of the nose thing really got on the map. Um, I don't see nothing special about Becky Lynch, bro. Like just a regular wrestler. Ain't nothing too special about her. But she should go ahead and get the belt. And maybe somebody. That's when you need to build somebody like Zoe Stark or even Tiffany Stratton. Build those women because now we're starting to see the future in women's wrestling. Now with Tiffany Stratton and Zoe Stark. I don't know where Raquel Gonzalez is at, but
She's having health issues. We wish her speedy recoveries.
yeah.
She's having issues with her immune system. It happened when
Because
she went to Australia for Elimination Chamber.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
I popped when she came back from her injury.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it was good to see her, man. Big Mama Cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big
You
Mama
know the
Cool.
deal. Oh, what's up, bro? You know the deal. What's up with you?
What's happening,
Mommy
big
is
brother?
my safe word. I know that's right.
Um,
Rodriguez. I'm sorry, Raquel Rodriguez, not Gonzalez. Did I say Gonzalez? Oh,
Coach, I
that
agree
was her
with you.
former name.
Tiffany Stratton
Tiffany
is the truth.
Tiffany Stratton was over when they were in Australia for
Yes, she
Elimination
was.
Chamber, bro.
Yeah, yeah, we
Boy,
know.
she's really good though, bro. Like
She's all right. She overshoots that moonsault, and it aggravates me.
oh man, but it's good though. She
So we got
nails it.
It
so
could
we
be
got a
better.
couple
She
of
nails
haters
it.
over there in
Yeah, we got
Philadelphia.
a
Nah,
couple
bro. Like
haters.
I don't
We
hate her
got
at
a
all. I think
couple
she has potential,
haters.
but it's just you need to go back to NXT if you can't do a daggone simple moonsault. And I know that's hard. It's easy for me to
She
say,
She
does the
but
she ran
moonsault better than T Mac.
and
That's for
better than
sure.
Charlotte Flair.
nah, T Mac ain't got to do it to win. You saw that at Carnage. But anyway,
It's way better. But she ran through NXT, man. She ran through all them girls.
that's the problem.
Hey man,
You run through nobody.
I
But you got a lot
I
of women though, Mark. You got a lot of women that can take that title. Becky, she can just hold it temporarily right now because it is time. It's getting a little stale with Rhea because Rhea has ran through everybody. So now her time is over with. Let Becky get it
Pause.
for a little bit, and let's start building some. And WWE got a lot of new stars, man. They just need to start building
They
them,
do.
and especially with the
And
women, man. You got Jade
yeah,
Cargill going to be coming up. You got Jade Cargill.
yes,
You got what's her name? Lola.
Lola Vice.
Lola. Yellow Vice. Loaded
taking the
Vice. You
booty
got
and stuff like
Tiffany
that.
Stratton. You still got Naomi in there. You got Bianca Belair, of course. I mean, you got a lot of variety. Bring back Shayna Baszler, the submission magician. Bring and book her
Because
right.
they're trying to make her into a tag team partner now.
Boy,
That's all.
tag team belts need to go, but that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead, bro.
Here.
Shut this.
Yeah, that'll be good. I think
I'm
she'll probably smoke him.
That comment kind of threw me off. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel you, bro.
Still here, guys. Hold on.
Go
I
ahead, bro.
agree with you, host, on what you said about Rhea.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I don't want to see her lose the title just yet.
Yeah.
A majority of the first part of her reign was spent with her treading water, squashing Natalia every week because they didn't have anybody ready to feud with her. We literally didn't get to a legitimate storyline for her until we got Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber. Like,
very true.
I feel like to a degree, and it sucks to say this, but really to a degree, her world championship run really just started last month in February. So I think it's personally too soon because if you keep her as champion, you already know, there's the potential if she beats Becky, which I believe she should. If she beats Becky, you can set up the rematch at the next pay-per-view and carry the story out a little longer. You got a ready-made storyline ready to go with her and Liv Morgan. When Raquel gets back, that's another ready-made storyline ready to go because she has history with those three women. So that'll carry you at least until SummerSlam. But if you put Becky in that top spot, what other heel on Raw is worthy enough to challenge her for the title? It'd be nobody for her to feud with. You
I
literally
got
would
something
be,
for you.
That's a good point.
in my opinion, in the same position you were just in with Rhea. So I will let Rhea keep the title and hold on to it. What you got, Philly G?
The thing between her and Liv, I know it was something small about the whole getting involved in my match, mind your business thing between the two. You could go that route with them and make Liv a heel, which I think everybody's been asking for a long time.
Yeah, I can see it. But at the same time, I feel like you can get more money out of her being a sympathetic babyface because she can be to the women's division what Darby Allin is in AEW or what Jeff Hardy was back in the day, like the person that can sell the big moves and really garner sympathy from the audience. So heel Liv would be dope, but I feel like you get more bang for your buck with a baby face Liv Morgan. But that's just me.
She wouldn't be good. I don't know, man. I can't see Liv Morgan. She was SmackDown Women's Champion, and then they did nothing with her.
And
she
that's
was
the
She didn't
problem.
have nobody. She
boring.
really
That's
had
why I
nobody to
say like
feud with.
build her up as a whole a heel to with a chip on her shoulder type.
I think
of
she's
thing.
too loved to be a heel. I think she's too loved though.
The issue
Everybody
that
love
both
her.
of them faced was a lack of competition. But Philly G brought up something, and I feel like it's changing. Not only with Zoe Stark, Tiffany Stratton, but also the call ups you're about to have from NXT, like Roxanne Perez, for example. So
Yeah.
me, I ain't even gonna
No
hold you.
doubt. No
I'm
doubt.
I'm I'm so freaking excited for the women's Money in the Bank match this year. You just don't know because really, who are you gonna pick? You gonna go with Zoe Stark, or you gonna go with Tiffany Stratton, or you gonna go with Roxanne Perez? That women's Money in the Bank match later on this year gonna be pretty freaking
It's gonna be
interesting, and
good.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be good.
But as of right now, I think Rhea should retain, and because there's more story to be told with her as champion versus with Becky as a champion. I just don't really see too many feuds for her. Um, ooh, that that's a that's another ready-made match right
I'm with
there.
that. I'm with that. But we've seen enough of Bianca for right now.
But her versus Rhea though,
That would be good.
we
But
haven't we haven't seen them interact really since the Royal Rumble a couple years ago when they were the last
yeah,
two.
but Bianca's been on. She's been on the big stage now. She's been on the big
And but she
stage a couple
delivered each
times.
time too.
That's very true. That's very true. But see, that's the problem, Mark. We seen these people on the big stage over and over and over again. Like it's time for somebody else to get that big stage. If not, then you're gonna have the same star for the next 10 years. And that's why they so 13-time, 15-time champions, because they always in the limelight.
If you were talking about Charlotte Flair, I'd agree with you 100%.
Exactly.
But with Bianca, Hey, I ain't tired of her just yet. Um,
Yeah, she was though. Yeah, that's a
oh
fact.
my god, I don't know if that'll happen, Coach,
I
because
don't think it'll happen.
She said that
she's
she wants to
so
stay face.
insanely she's so insanely over with the little girls. I
Yes, she
just
is.
don't know.
Yes, she is.
But getting to the main event of night one. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple more matches to go with night two, but we're at the main event of night
We'll
one.
make it short.
The main event of night one, you got the Bloodline, the Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth freaking Rollins. Big A, are we getting a Bloodline rules match on night two, or do you got the baby faces coming out on top?
I'll make it short and sweet. I think Bloodline rules.
Okay,
It's just gonna make the win. It may make things a little bit more sweeter.
I got you.
Yeah, and
Triple G,
Rock is the
oh,
big star. He's not gonna take a L like that, bro. I don't think he'll take a L like
okay.
that.
Philly G, who you got, man?
Yeah.
Well, you already know who I have, but if I'm being the smart fan that I know that I am, it's definitely gonna be Bloodline rules. I want to hear some glass breaking on night two, if you
Oh,
know
Oh
what I
my
mean.
god.
oh,
uh,
oh,
Hey,
whoa.
we're in Philly. Look, the last time that we had a WrestleMania in Philly, I believe that was the main event, wasn't
uh, you talking about Rock versus Austin?
it? Yeah.
Hold on. I don't know,
Mark,
man.
I don't see Stone Cold coming.
I mean,
I'm cool with
it's
Stone
either
Cold showing up
I've been
every now and
saying.
again
Mhm.
to, to do a stunner and go on about his business, but
I don't see Stone
I ain't
It's
gonna
either
hold you, bro.
that, it's either that host in Mark, or it's gonna be Bullet Club, and but I'm saying certain members of Bullet Club. They already signed Tama
Yeah,
Tonga.
Philly G. The first time we got Rock versus Austin was at Mania 15 in Philly.
Yep, it would make sense. Comes around full circle, but I do have Bloodline going over, man. It's gonna be
True.
Bloodline rules on night two, and it only makes sense for the
Coach took it from me.
storyline. Because then that means that everything goes. But like I said, it's either going to be glass breaking or certain people of the Bullet Club. Tama Tonga is signed to WWE, and we have yet to see him. I don't know if his brother is or cousin or whatever is able to come, but you know, you already got the Good Brothers there too, and they're not going to be on stand and deliver.
Mm.
Okay. So since we can't talk about one match without talking about the other, it sounds
Mm.
like both of you guys have the bloodline winning night one. Who do you have in the main event in night two? Is it finally time for Cody, or do you think Roman continues his Triple H on steroids reign of terror?
Go ahead, go
Let's
That's
ahead.
start
good.
with Philly G.
That's a good way to put
Well,
it.
never mind. But
Triple H on steroid.
you already know how I'm feeling about this, Mark. Host doesn't, but he's about to learn. He has no choice but to finish his story, or I'm done. You know, you've had 2 years. You've had 2 years. I mean, you've had really 2 years, bro. Like you've had 2 years. Sammy's going out of the bloodline. You can't blame him no more. You can't blame the shenanigans anymore. We know Solo is going to do whatever he wants, so that shouldn't be a thing to point your finger at either. Just finish the damn story, man.
Okay. Big A, who you got, man? You got the tribal chief, or do you got the American Nightmare?
I think Cody need to go ahead and take it because you can see the
Okay.
WWE is starting to transition to a new era, and Cody will be the right guy to get the ball to. The crowd loves him. They love they love his theme music, his entrance, all that. Got great promos. He touches the crowd. He even got his mama in it. Um, Cody should do it. I think Cody's going to do it this year because they knew last year they dropped the ball with it, and this year he should get it. And it's only right because he's been chasing for a whole year now. He won the Royal Rumble again. So if he loses, it's going to demoralize that Royal Rumble. I'm telling you, because Cody has won it 2 years in a row. So if he loses Sunday night, he loses, it's gonna
I'm over.
demoralize the Rumble. They're gonna be like, man, people gonna be like, who cares about the Royal Rumble? They don't care about it. The Royal Rumble winner would not be special anymore. The Royal Rumble winner is that guy that we all know that's gonna most likely go to Mania and win the title. And again, you can see WWE is going to another direction. Yeah, and it's time for Roman. I ain't gonna say people are tired of him because he has done the best work.
I'm tired of him.
Well, yeah, everybody's tired of him.
Really?
And what I'm tired of, honestly, is the same old, finish. Solo Sikoa, always interfering. It's the same old, and it's just getting a little old. It's kind of like when Flair in the '80s, when Flair had the belt, it was always a horseman. God damn! But now Cody should win the title, and Cody should win the title. Rock interferes, and it be at SummerSlam, Rock versus Roman.
Okay.
Take my money.
I think I agree with both of you. If Cody doesn't finish the story and doesn't win the title in the main event at night 2, it's gonna turn into host don't know what I'm talking about. It's gonna turn into that night at the Omni.
Yeah,
when the Horseman was trying to get out of that steel cage.
Yeah.
Boy. If you know, you know.
They was scared for their life, didn't they?
If you know, you know.
Greensboro was not having it.
But,
I mean, the Atlanta wasn't having it.
Yeah, man. But as far as night 1 goes,
Cody.
to garner even more sympathy for Cody, I think the Bloodline wins. I think at some point in the match when he's trying to make the hot tag with Seth, Drew interferes, takes out Seth, and then that's going to set up Roman and them to win. And then going into night 2, when the odds have been stacked against him in as many ways as you can think of, I think that'll finally be the moment when Cody can win the title. I think probably the most ideal way to do it if you really want to drive the point home, maybe have a couple of people who have gotten wronged by the Bloodline during their dominant run, let them come out and help Cody win, or like the popular theory, Rock turns on Roman and allows Cody to win. So those are kind of the two outcomes I see, but I definitely think Cody has to win. Respectfully, if he were to lose, I really don't know how WWE will recover from that. Respectfully, because I feel like you would lose so much of your audience by doing that. Yeah. It just wouldn't make any logical sense. So yeah,
one thing is going to have in this match is going to be a lot of false finishes. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I realized
wouldn't be a Roman match if it wasn't.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Philly G.
I was watching WrestleMania 39 accidentally last night. That match was over an hour. The match that they had last year. That match was over an hour. So if they do the same thing this year, hey man.
Hey coach, they don't know who the high chief is, though. They don't know about that.
Oh, Peter.
But speaking of the world's heavyweight championship,
okay,
I can't lie. I'm high-key excited for this match for multiple reasons. So I'm gonna start with you, Big A. Do you have the Monday Night Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins, getting the win? Or are you rolling with DM Hunk himself, Drew McIntyre? Who you got?
Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre should. I'm gonna make it brief. Drew McIntyre. First of all, Seth Rollins is the very first, of course, WWE World Heavyweight Champion. On his journey of that with that title reign, has really nobody step up except AJ Styles. AJ Styles was the one he fought it for in Crown Jewel. There's nobody really that come against him for that title. It's time for him. He's already super over as it is. Time for Rollins to move on. Drew McIntyre deserve that title because that match against Roman at the Castle of Cardiff.
Clash of Castle.
I'm sorry. That was off the chain. And Drew is a guy that can main event things, and then too, he was the WWE champion in the pandemic era. I mean, come on, man. He won the
Wrestling was
Royal.
unwatchable back then.
He won the Royal Rumble. He eliminated Brock Lesnar.
He
Like
kicked out
he
of the F5 at one.
exactly. So McIntyre needs a fair shot to be the champion because he's a two-time WWE champion. The first time he had it was in the pandemic era with no fans, nobody to celebrate it, man. And then they kind of just dropped the ball with him and just like, because he wasn't really a strong promo, but now his promo, holy hell, like everybody's promo has went up a notch since the return of Rock and Punk. So now everybody's promos got better, but Drew definitely does should be the world title. It's time to move on to the world title because we all with Roman and Rock and Cody is making that Universal a little bit more interesting, and kind of everybody's taking a back seat on the world title. So I think Drew the type of guy that's going to make eyes look at the world title now. Yeah.
Okay. So Philly G, my guy, I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
In this match, I want to know who you think is gonna win, but knowing that you follow the product the way that you do, CM Punk's gonna be on commentary with this match. How do you think Punk's gonna factor into this match?
Oh, Jesus.
Um.
I forgot about that.
Well, I honestly believe they should make him the special guest referee last minute.
With one arm?
He can count with
He
his
only
left
needs
just
one arm to
fine.
count to three.
Yeah, but you gotta get down there.
Did you see the Raw where he counted? But anyway.
Yeah, I see it.
I think he will play a factor. He's gonna get in Drew's head. It's not gonna stop Drew from winning. Now, also depending on what Damian Priest decides to do, if it's not the IC title, I did mention he's gonna be looking at that world title.
Yeah, he's still lurking.
With the draft around the corner, he's gonna be lurking with that Money in the Bank. I don't see him cashing it in on Roman. I would see him cashing in on that winner, and that would be Drew. Like Drew wins it, he wins his title in front of the thousands of people, and then Damian comes down.
British Bulldog.
British Bulldog, bro. Oh, that's crazy.
That was the smoothest people's elbow ever.
Y'all when he slid?
Boy, that man glided across the ring like Mike Jackson, boy.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Oh man. But I would love to see him
Coach got
that
pop.
again, but
yeah.
But that's my whole thing on it. Mark and Big A, man. I want Damian to cash in so bad, but that's my thing of how I'm thinking, man. Punk's gonna play a part, but Drew wins still, has the title up for 10 seconds. Then Damian Priest comes and cash in.
Damian, I get what you're saying with Damian, but he has to, in order to be champ,
Roman or
he got to cut ties for Judgment Day.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to.
And this is a way to do it.
Yeah, they could
become
get jealousy,
become top dog.
But Finn Balor, Finn Balor, it won't even make sense because Finn Balor can't get jealous. Like he's not even focusing on the world title.
How I feel that's gonna go. They might get drafted somewhere.
This is where I gotta disagree with you. I am in lockstep with my best friend-in-law. I think Drew wins. Finally has his moment in front of the fans, but before he can really savor the moment, out comes Damian to cash in on him, and Damian is the new world heavyweight champion.
It's gonna happen.
If you remember, there's so much storyline to be told here. If you remember, around the time that Damian first won the Money in the Bank match, Seth Rollins was feuding with Finn Balor over the world title, and there were a couple of times in the matches. What up, little host?
Yes,
future Raider fan right there.
Hey, who gonna win, Damian, Seth Rollins, or Drew McIntyre? Who gonna win? Who gonna win? Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins.
Okay. I respect that. I get that.
Either way, I think Damian walks out with the title because, again, when Seth was feuding with Finn Balor over the title, that was around the same time Damian first won Money in the Bank. And there was more than one occasion where Damian teasing the cash in the contract, you could say, cost Finn Balor the title. So there is a storyline ready to go for you. if you remember when Drew first came over to Raw, they were teasing tension between him and Damian Priest. So that's another ready-made storyline. So they kind of teased a little bit what could happen. So
Yeah,
between those two options, I think Damian wins, and either he goes into that feud with Drew, or it starts that dissension within the Judgment Day, and you see them start to split apart.
and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up. Is I think because we have the last couple of Money in the Bank winners not done anything with it but lose it.
Austin almost killed that gimmick. I ain't
You know
gonna
what I'm
hold
saying? Exactly. Baron Corbin, was it Baron Corbin? Baron Corbin, he didn't
you.
get
Baron
it.
Corbin,
Yes.
Damian Sandow, and Austin
John
Theory
Cena
were three.
lost it. Like
John Cena was the first one
Damn,
to
hold up.
lose.
Who?
John
I don't
Cena
know
was
because
the
I'm thinking like
first.
Otis. I'm thinking Damian Sandow.
Otis.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking
I
Baron
forgot who it was.
Corbin. But I don't know if anybody was as bad as Austin Theory with it, man.
Yeah, Austin Theory, yeah. Yeah.
Theory might have been the Theory could have literally killed that Money in the Bank gimmick.
They haven't had a. I think they want to. They haven't had a big field since Rollins got it when he got
Yeah,
Roman. So I can see that definitely him cashing in because it'll
that
be a
was
year.
9 years ago.
The facts. So I can see that Damian Priest. But I just really wish. I don't know, Damian. I don't know, man. Damian Priest. I just ain't. You ain't really seen too much of him in singles. Like. It's always with the Judgment Day and all that. And I like the Judgment Day. They cool, but they're starting to run its course. Let me tell you why. Because they were just going. They were just thrown at our throats. Pause. All the time. It's always. Always Judgment Day. Each and every week, Judgment Day, Judgment Day, Judgment Day. It's time for them. They done ran their course, bro. If you're gonna keep Judgment Day, let Dom and JD stay together or Finn, but Damian Priest got to get out. If he's gonna be world champ, you know.
I could
Yeah,
see
he's
them
got
kicking
to.
Finn out. I could see them kicking Finn out
I've
and
been saying
Finn
that for a while.
rolling with JD McDonough and the rest of them stay together. But
Yeah, the rest of them need to stay together. Because
we'll
JD
get,
Finn,
without Judgment Day, Madonna sucks. And with it
he
really
can go
without
in the ring though.
huh?
JD can wrestle though.
Yeah, but I mean it's kind of like it Judgment Day's put him on the map though. Nobody don't know who he was really. We know who he is, but no, I mean, do the crowd know? Because when he was first
True that.
introduced, well, everybody was like, "What the hell is him?"
what
But
was
go
he
ahead, Mark.
before JD McDonough?
Jordan
Was he
Devlin.
U.S. champion?
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Promo very well. Hey, he was. He was pretty
Facts.
good with the U.S. title. That's true.
Speaking of the U.S. title, I'm gonna use that opening. This is another match that's kind of got me scratching my head a little bit. Can't lie. You got the defending champion Logan Paul,
True.
um, putting the title on the line against the Viper Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So I'm gonna start with Big A. I want to know who you think is gonna win this match.
I don't.
What's
I'm
been
sorry.
who's been the bigger disappointment the last couple of months? Solo Sokoa or Randy Orton? Who have they fumbled more in the last couple of months?
Good question. Great question. Uh, so if anything, Solo, you can't fumble with Randy Orton because he's so over. That RKO is so over.
But you
You
don't
can't
think he's
really.
gotten like he can't? He had the amazing comeback when we thought his career might have been over, but I'm still waiting on him to really like do something with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you, but he shouldn't belong in this United States title match.
Yeah,
He shouldn't belong. If you're gonna do a guy a caliber of Randy Orton, you need to put him in a world heavyweight, not universal. Yeah, heavyweight. Put him in that division, or put him against in an upcoming down the road. Since y'all already said, send your Money in the Bank going to win. Okay, that'll be a perfect guy. Randy Orton versus Priest in a pay per view. Take my money. That's gonna be off the chain. But if anybody, Brad, Kevin Owens needs to be the United States champion. One reason and one reason only. Kevin Owens has been phenomenal with that. With the you remember, was it Mania 36 with no crowd? I believe no crowd, and he battled Roman. This
like, he
dude,
battled Seth at that meeting.
Seth, and then he battled Roman in a Mania too with the golf cart in the back. Remember
That wasn't Mania. That was the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Okay, but no fans
One of
though.
the best
It was
matches that That
Yeah, that was
Cody
during
era.
the
But go ahead.
Thunderdome. That
Exactly. It was
was
the Thunderdome.
that
Exactly.
was
It was
a
no
fire
fan.
match.
Him, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens was to me the best that was put on classics.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, I mean, when he did this dude is 300 some pounds and he's doing front flips off a giant WrestleMania logo. Like it's insane how this guy is, man. And Kevin Owens, he hasn't had a title in I don't know how long. He's been what that when they tried to do that United States title thing when he had shaved his beard and put on a suit. That was whack. But anyway, Kevin Owens should be the United States champion. A guy like that who is a hot baby face that people love. Uh, he can do some relevancy for the U.S. title because the U.S. title is dead in the water. Logan Paul, Logan Paul is great, but he's not. He's not. He doesn't defend the U.S. title like the U.S. title is supposed to be. U.S. title and the Intercontinental title is supposed to be on TV, defended a lot, but it's
It
not.
could be worse.
It, huh?
He could be Dean Ambrose, who, in my opinion, had the worst
Yeah, he
U.S.
did.
title run of all
That was
time.
terrible. I agree with
That's
you,
just
Mark.
me.
But Kevin Owens, he'll be a fighting champion, and people, that'll throw some relevancy back because it needs it. And they try with Logan Paul because he's great and he's popular, got the prime and all that. But nah, man, it's not working, bro. It's not. He a part-time champ, and we all know that part-time champs don't work. I'm shutting up.
uh, Philly G, who do you have coming out of WrestleMania with the United States Championship? Is it staying with Logan Paul, or do you think Randy gets a feel good run, or do you think it goes to Kevin Owens? Who you got?
Well, we have the owner of Prime, we have the RKO specialist, and we have the prize fighter. The last time Kevin Owens had the United States title, he had less tattoos. It has nothing to do
That's
with
one way
my
to put
pick.
it.
But
It's
anyway,
true.
um, honestly, bro, after listening to Big A's, explanation on why KO should, you know, get it, I'm sold on it. I was gonna say Randy Orton and sit up here and tell y'all how the Legend Killer is back and he should get this and he might retire next year or something like that. But nah, screw that. I think the prize fighter is gonna come out of this and he's gonna have a great U.S. run. He needs it. He hasn't held a title in a long time. He hasn't held a singles title in a long time, to be specific. The last
Yeah.
title that he held, matter of fact, was with Sami Zayn with the
Last
titles
year's
that were on
Mania.
split up.
Last year's Mania.
And that's my point. That was last year. This is this year.
Mm-hmm.
So new belt, new champ.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
exactly. New
KO.
world title.
I love Randy. There's gonna be at least two RKOs and it's a real good two RKOs, really. But nah, KO, he's gonna win. And I think he wins off of a pump up power bomb.
So,
That's
so
just
you
me.
got
But yeah,
KO. You
yeah.
got KO winning. Big A, you got KO winning as well.
Yes, sir.
Well, I am going to, since we're doing predictions, I'm going to steal a page out of the book of Philly G, and I'm going to be the Maverick here. Speaking of the Maverick, I believe there's a man in this match with the nickname the
Pun,
Maverick.
pun intended.
So I am going to roll with Logan Paul to
Okay.
retain his title, and the reason why I say that is I've been kind of waiting for Randy to have something to do since he came back. He brushed up with the bloodline a little bit around the Royal Rumble, but really after that he hasn't really been involved in anything of substance. How great would it be to have Randy Orton turn heel and attack KO and Logan pick up the scraps and pin somebody to get the title or to retain the title? I'm primarily looking forward to a feud between Randy and KO. Just let them tear the house down, have some slobber knockers, as JR used to say, and let them two go at it. Just to give not only Randy Orton a good storyline to get into nowadays, but also give KO something to mean in the feud with too, because he's been feuding with lower level mid carders for a minute. With Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Logan Paul. That's cool and all, but I would love to see him versus Randy Orton. Let Randy Orton go back to being a heel because I feel like that's where he always does his best work. So I got Logan Paul
It makes
coming out of
sense.
this match with the title.
It makes sense.
Um, moving right along, we putting Philly G to sleep here. Apologize
No,
about that, Philly G.
Y'all good, man. I just had a long day. That's all.
Well, the name of the show is Talk to 'em Wrestling. So allow me for this next match to talk to you.
Yeah.
Big A, who do you have in this match? The TNA original, the man who carried Impact Wrestling for most of its life, AJ freaking Styles, or do you have another pillar of TNA Wrestling, the man formerly known as Eli Drake, Mr. L.A. Knight?
Yeah.
That's a
Thank you.
tough one.
I thought I was about to be left hanging.
Nah,
Who
man.
you,
I
who you
wait.
got? Who you got in this one, Big A? You got Eli Drake slash L.A. Knight, or you got AJ Styles?
Yeah, if anything, man, AJ Styles need this win like nobody's uncle. He needs this win. I gotta go with the phenomenal one. He needs it, man. He lost. He's been losing a lot. I don't even remember the last time he won a match. But
He has
he
not won a
lost the
match in
world.
over 300 something days.
He lost the world title to Rollins. So he lost that. He lost a couple match. He lost the match to Randy Orton. Man, he been losing, bro. Like he just been on a losing streak. And I don't like the black jeans, AJ Styles. I can't. It's like they're trying to break him dark, and I ain't feeling it, man. Like I don't know, maybe because it's just no story around it. Just all of a sudden, bam, he's dark AJ Styles. But
The
nah,
story is what you just mentioned. The losing streak is what prompted
the
the
losing
story.
streak, yeah,
That's what
it's
prompted the
not
change
happening.
in persona for him.
That's a wrong guy to put a losing streak on. This guy is still at what 45, 46 years old, still one of the best in-ring performers in all the professional sports, AJ Styles.
And he's in shape too.
Like, yeah. I mean, the guy can do AJ Styles can do anything in a match. He can fight luchador style, he can fight big man style. I mean, but he just again, man, he's just been losing. But this time he needs this win. It won't hurt LA Knight. It won't hurt LA Knight. I don't think it'll hurt LA Knight a bit. AJ Styles definitely need this. Need it.
Okay. So Philly G, who do you have in this match? You gonna go with the phenomenal one, or you gonna go with the megastar? Who you got?
I've been watching these guys since I was little, somewhat into my teens. Um, I got LA Knight, and I'm gonna tell you why. If not the spoiler, well, this is a spoiler for some people. If you haven't seen the Bray Wyatt trailer, you need to go watch it. The Bray Wyatt documentary, you need to go watch it.
Mm.
LA Knight had some unfinished business with Bray Wyatt. May he rest in peace. I say that he wins. We get the return of Uncle Howdy. Um, as far as the match, I think LA Knight needs it because it's like AJ's been a thorn in his side. He wants to get over it. I think AJ will be fine. This losing streak will be over at some point, and he'll get back to being AJ Styles that we know. But LA for the win, man.
LA for the win.
Yeah.
I don't know about Uncle Howie. I don't think
That'd
WWE's
be
gonna get.
dope.
It would be.
I just don't know if he'd be able to have. I
The
don't know if
piss,
Uncle Howdy be able to get heat.
it's gonna
I
piss
don't
the
know.
fans off. I'm telling you, it's gonna piss the
Well, I
fans
think the
off.
fans would cheer him because it's related to Bray, and I just don't see how it'd be a very uphill battle for him. I just don't know if he'd be able to turn anything related to Bray Wyatt heel.
We all know who it is. Like we didn't know
Yeah,
who Uncle Howdy was. Everybody say Bo Dallas, but was it really Bo Dallas? Like
I heard
I
that it's
mean,
different superstars. Like Dolph Ziggler was
see.
Hulk Howdy 1 week, and
But we know now if Howdy comes back, we know who it is. Come
yeah.
on, we know who it is.
well, technically, hosts, no, we don't. There's a Wyatt Six thing going around, and they
Yeah,
said
but
that Bo probably not gonna be Uncle Howdy.
I don't think because they got respect for Bray Wyatt. I don't think anybody gonna even try that gimmick or even try to use that gimmick, except his
I
brother.
agree with host.
It's more respectable if Bo do it. It wouldn't be
Mm.
respected if somebody like goddamn Rick. I'm just shooting a shot, Ricochet or somebody like that. Like it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense.
Oh, no, I get
I
it.
think the wrestlers got more respect for the Rotunda family to do that. But go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry. Talking.
Um,
I'll be going.
it's all good. I think that if Triple H books AJ Styles to win this match and he is a certified dummy, I'm going with LA Knight to win this match. Um, I think storyline wise, what will happen? I think the OC, the Good Brothers, and Mia Yim interfere in the match and like try to talk AJ down from doing something incredibly heinous. Um, so
Mm,
I think the
yeah,
OC distracts AJ, costs him the match against LA Knight, and then that can start a storyline with them. And LA Knight picks up some more momentum because I think by either Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, if LA Knight doesn't win something of significance, whether it's the Money in the Bank or whether it's the US title or something, if LA Knight doesn't do something significant by SummerSlam this year, I hate to say it, but he's going to be another Braun Strowman, where like he had the crowd in the
Mm.
palm of his hand, and they waited way too long to pull the trigger,
I
and
agree.
then by the time they did finally pull the trigger, it just didn't hit like it was
I
supposed
agree.
to. So
I agree.
I think storyline wise, LA Knight needs it more than AJ,
Yeah,
and I'm
Hmm.
picking LA Knight
yeah,
to get the win.
yeah. I agree. It's kind of like
Like
Cody.
that
Same
yeah,
situation with Cody. They dropped the ball with LA. They know they dropped the ball. You know that whole Mountain Dew crap with Bray Wyatt. You started right there where you dropped it.
little did we know.
Yeah, it just dropped it. Yeah, it just dropped the ball with LA, man.
That Mountain Dew match was
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible.
Who did I watch that match with? Can't remember who I watched that match with.
I was
Billy
watching
G,
it. I was
do you remember who I watched
like,
that match with?
some guy from Philly that was like a fanatic of wrestling, man. I don't know.
Right, I don't know either.
boy.
Um, all right, moving on to the second to last prediction of the night.
Yes, sir.
I really don't know how to pick this match, so I'm gonna be leaning on my two tag team partners here. Uh, I'm gonna put it out there, and whoever wants it can grab it. Who is walking out of WrestleMania the WWE Women's Champion? Is it gonna be Io Sky or is it gonna be Bailey?
Bailey,
Who do you got? Okay, why do you think Bailey?
man, it's just I love EO. Don't get me wrong, guys, but I feel like in a way she's kind of the weak link in Damage Control, and it's sad that she's the champion right now. Everybody else is doing their job. Hell, even Oscar's fighting hurt right now, technically speaking. Um, it's time to take it off of EO and put it around somebody that can really carry the weight of that championship. Like I said, this is no disrespect to EO. I love EO, but no, it's basically another Liv Morgan type of situation. You got to give it to somebody, somebody that's at a Rhea Ripley type of level, or even a Becky Lynch type of level. You got to do something with that, man. No,
Hmm.
Bailey for the
Okay,
win.
Big A, who do you have? Is the leader Damage Control retaining, or are we going back to the role model and Bailey for the win?
And it's a toss up with this. You can go with the feel good moment and get Bailey the title, or you could just have a you lose via disqualification or whatever, and then have her to win at SummerSlam. Um, but right now, I'll probably put the belt on her because that world title is getting more publicity than the actual WWE Women's title. With Rhea Ripley and how great a work she's doing. Uh, Bailey is a person. She's to me she's better as a heel. Uh, but now she's a baby face now. Uh, it'll be good for the WWE Women's title to go ahead and put a familiar face. EO is good, like Philly G was saying. EO is good. She's a great athlete, but the language barrier. When you got people doing promos for you, she can't speak English that good. She can't speak English that good. So why not? She gotta go ahead and lose it. Damage control is already damaged as it is. They're not interesting whatsoever. When you got Dakota Kai, who's your mouthpiece. I knew she was going to turn on Bailey because Damage Control, Oscar, Kyrie Sane, and Io Sky, all three of them can't speak English. So you need somebody that's going to speak for them, and Dakota Kai was the one. But yeah, I see Bailey winning the title and maybe facing Dakota Kai at SummerSlam because she's going to need heels. She's going to need heels, and she's going to probably mow through Damage Control, probably starting with Oscar, and then going throughout the months and these different pay-per-view. Each one will get it. Each one will get it until she finally defeats the whole Damage Control. But yeah, we need a feel good moment. So why not put the title on Bailey? People will go crazy.
Yes.
They throw babies in the air for that.
Crazy.
Okay, so both of y'all got Bailey in this
Yes,
match?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
oh God, I don't
I don't want to see that.
Hugger
I
Nation.
don't know.
See the pictures. We doing
I
photos.
don't know.
Yeah.
Host, you mentioned a feel good story. Bailey has been isolated. She got kicked out of Damage Control because they weren't really her friends. And a lot of times when you're in those moments where your back is against the wall, you turn to the people who have been there for you since day one. To my knowledge, they've never ever um, been on the same side on TV yet. But if you know behind the scenes WWE, you know who Bailey's best friend in the business is.
Yes.
She recently had a kid, hasn't been seen in a hot minute. But how cool would it be to have the Princess of Staten Island come out and help Bailey get over the hump and beat Io for the win? That would be a really good feel good moment for you.
That would be.
So I would say Carmella assists Bailey, and we finally see Bay Mella on screen.
I'll do you one better. Alexa Bliss.
Yes,
No.
I was just thinking Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
No. Because respectfully,
No.
for me, Alexa hasn't been relevant / interesting since
This will make her be.
since they fumbled the crap out of whatever they were trying to cook.
Yeah, I got you.
Mania 37 with
Yeah, I got you.
her interfering in Ray and
Yeah.
in Bray's match. I haven't been invested in Alexa Bliss in a long time, so I feel like she needs to be reintroduced to the audience and rebuilt if I'm putting her in something like that.
Wait, has she been gone that long?
She got pregnant. She got pregnant, got married. She's been doing other stuff. I think she's gonna come back soon, but
Yeah,
I
I
just
heard
wouldn't
that
put her in that storyline. But speaking of Damage Control, I almost forgot. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you hanging in there with
There
us.
you go, man.
We got a lot of content to cover tonight. I almost forgot. I think we all kind of agree Jade Cargill, Bianca, and Naomi are going to beat Damage Control on night one. Do we agree on that? Or do you guys have something different?
Yeah,
I agree with
There's
that.
no way that they're losing with Jade on their team.
Word.
So that brings me to my question for that match. Since we know who's going to win, it's less of a prediction of the match. How much of an impact do you think Jade is going to have on this match? Do you think she's going to be like the Iron Woman in the match? She stays in there the most, or do you think she's going to come in, do the big moment, and leave? How well do you think Jade's going to come out of this match? I'm starting with you, Phil G.
I'm gonna flip it on you, Mark.
Okay.
Did you watch SmackDown last week?
Of course.
That's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Mhm.
I agree with
That's all
Phil
I
G
gotta
on
say.
that.
Yeah.
I agree with Phil G on that one.
Who you
It's a
think
wrap.
turns, Coach? Let me know. But Big A, do you think Jade will finally look like the star they've been building her up to be, or do you think Naomi or Bianca's going to steal the spotlight from her?
If anything, they better put Jade up there. They have to, because Jade is a potential. She's going to be. We all know she's going to be women's champion, whether it's going to be world champion or WWE women's champion. One of the two she's going to be. She's tailor made for it. So, by that being said, that she's been advertised all over social media, and stuff, and yeah, if anything, if you want to start her and let really let people know who she is and what she's about, I think doing that will be. Well, we've seen her in a match. She had a debut match already. Um,
No,
but
all
yeah.
she's done in the E is been in the Rumble. That was literally her only in ring action
Oh,
in
okay. So she haven't
WWE.
had a debut match.
No,
This will
Okay.
be her debut
That's
just
match
it.
eventually.
vignettes,
Yeah. Just
teasers,
see what I'm saying.
appearances.
So she's already built. Like you said,
She,
vignettes and photos. She's all over social media.
Oh
I
yeah.
think the
Now,
last full match she wrestled was on AEW Collision against Chris Stratlander. I think that was like the last one that she did.
someone said Bianca. Could be.
I don't know, Coach.
But well, I
Them
mean,
little girls love her, bro.
yeah. I don't think she's gonna turn, bro. I don't think Naomi is either.
Nah.
Uh, but
Nobody's
I
turning.
don't think anybody gonna turn.
No.
But
Too,
he said I
too
know it's
early.
not possible. Nah, bro. But yeah, if anything, let Jade kind of take over the reins because again, she needs to be more exposed to the world. We know what Bianca is about, and we know what Naomi is about. So now the next best thing is coming in. No pun intended. It's kind of like the Brock Lesnar thing, next best thing. So it's going to be the Storm.
Okay.
So let's go with her. Let's go with her.
All right. So the last prediction of the night, we got the Pride, Bobby Lashley, Angela Dawkins, Montez Ford going up against the Final Testament, Karrion Cross, and the Authors of Pain. Big A on a. What are your expectations going into this match? Are you excited, disinterested, neutral, and who do you think is going to win?
I'm not really excited. This is like a SmackDown show type
Mm,
match. Um, it really, I mean, throughout the weeks we have seen like Karrion Cross get over on Bobby and heal at sneak attacks and all that, but it's just still not. It's still not. I don't know, man. It's just nothing internal wise. We see the external with them fighting all the time, but why is my question? Why is Karrion Cross battling Bobby Lashley? Why is the AOP even with Karrion Cross? That's the questions that we ask here is why. If we get a why, that's going to make the Mania matches a little bit more important. But we don't even get a why. Like they just boom, go together. And we supposed to just like, okay, they together. It's just it don't make sense. But to get to your question, if anybody's gonna go over in this match, it better be Karrion Cross because it's like that's one of the guys that's really on a thin line, very very thin line, and they're trying their best to make the guy some kind of relevancy, and by putting him with AOP and starting their own faction, which is it's okay, but it just need to take off yet. Bobby Lashley and Street Profits is the wrong way to put it. It's not taking off. So and you got Paul Ellering, a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he don't even talk.
mm,
He
Not
don't even
much.
talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are they doing with this faction? Why are they together? Paul Ellering doesn't talk. They do promos. He doesn't say anything. When he was with LOD, he talked. He said, "I'm the bad apple." That was his thing. But anyway, yeah, Karrion Cross should go over. AOP should go over because AOP needs to get back to AOP. People don't even know who AOP is, but they need to know who they are because they was dominant as hell. They
yeah.
was boy, they was my favorite tag team. And Razor and Akam, two great names. I like that. Razor. I like that. Authors of Pain, that's a cool ass name to have for a tag
yeah.
team. That was cool. So and two big guys that can move. They should win it. Like I said, it wouldn't hurt Street Profits and it wouldn't hurt Bobby Lashley. It wouldn't hurt them. But Karrion Cross needs it like now. Him and Rey Mysterio. Those two guys are like, and I say more Karrion Cross because when he come out in the singles match, I'm going to the bathroom.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's in the
But
Divas match, huh?
facts. Yeah.
So Philly G, who who do you have in this match? Do you think that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits carry on some momentum that they've had lately, or do you think Karrion Cross finally gets his moment on the main roster? Because haven't really seen him do much of anything either time he's been on the main roster.
Honestly, um, I want to agree with host on this one because Karrion Cross and AOP, this is a moment that I think we're all gonna remember if they go over. It's not gonna be something that be forgotten, and they need it. I was mad about the first stint that happened with AOP. I was mad about
Me
what
too.
happened with Karrion Cross from NXT
Yeah,
going into the main roster.
yeah,
Then there was an empty story with him and Drew McIntyre.
yeah,
Y'all remember that?
yeah. Terrible.
And he never went back to Roman. So now you have
Mm.
this final testament thing, which, like you said, host or Big A, um, uh,
Just go
um,
host.
they have a group that hasn't had a storyline put together. Why are you guys together? What is y'all vendetta? Why are
Yeah.
you here?
Why?
You just put them into this storyline with the Street Profits and the I was gonna say ND Bobby Lashley, called
Yeah.
the Pride. But what
Oh, you got disconnected. But wait, I got him. I'm gonna bring it back in. There you go, G.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, bro, we hear you.
Oh. So it's like it's kind of like I don't want to go in the race aspect of it, but it's kind of like a black versus white thing type of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, why? Why even do that? You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just no storyline behind it, bro. Like,
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry
We
to
don't
waste
know
y'all time
why.
on that, but it's just no
No, you're all right.
storyline. Like, so when people
Yeah,
ask me about, oh, what's your prediction? It's like, do I really care for this match?
yeah.
Only
It's
thing that
just,
I'm hype about is that it's a Philadelphia street fight. That's
is it?
it. That's really
Yeah,
it. It's a Philadelphia street fight, bro.
You see?
It's
Do
that.
you see how
It should have been a
desperate they are
Stampede
trying to
match.
get? They're really desperate trying
Yeah,
to get Karrion Cross over.
they're trying to get him over, and get this match over. I forgot it was on the card until Mark mentioned it.
But
It's
like I
like,
said, it's a SmackDown match.
that's where I thought it was going to take place. To be honest
yeah,
with you,
and it
Yeah,
should have.
um,
Have
yeah.
it tomorrow night instead of
It
having it
shouldn't even been on the
WrestleMania
card.
weekend, man.
yeah, but the with all due respect, the Street Profits don't deserve to miss WrestleMania and have a match on SmackDown.
That should have been the Monday
Bobby
in the Bank slot.
Lashley, Bobby Lashley, in his recent history at Mania, he doesn't deserve that either. I agree with both of you. I think Cross and the Final Testament need this just to add some type of legitimacy to them because again, nobody wants to be the Ascension where you
Right.
have this incredibly cool gimmick, incredibly cool presentation, but you literally lose so much that nobody can ever take you seriously ever again. Um, I don't want that to happen to Karrion Cross. Like I said, he had one of the best presentations, especially back in the day in NXT. One of the best presentations I had seen since Undertaker, since Bray Wyatt. He
Mm-hmm.
looks cool. He has a cool theme song and a cool persona. He just
It's a
doesn't
good. It's a
win.
good promo too.
He just all is losing too much.
Yeah.
I know you can only do so much with that PG rating, but I really feel like he needs to be like the evil heel, ruthless badass
Yeah.
that he was in NXT. I think we
Yeah.
need to see that again out of him to make him
Mm-hmm.
relevant again on the main roster. Because between the horrible debut he had against Jeff Hardy to literally, if you remember when he re-debuted on SmackDown after they hired him, he was in the middle of the Drew McIntyre Roman Reigns feud, and then just completely washed out of it, and was
He
never
tr-
really
he tried with
heard from again.
AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio. Like it
Yeah,
just
I mean,
But that
I
was
remember
the thing with
he
how
cut
he.
a
yeah.
good.
No, you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you mentioned in those names, that was kind of how they built it, as if why he built the Final Testament, kind of. But then again, there's no story behind it. They really
Mm-hmm.
did nothing with Carrion except drop the ball
Yeah,
repeatedly. Now, yeah,
Vince.
It's been both Vince and Triple H, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Shave his
Yeah.
head and everything. What the fuck? He put on suspenders and like, huh?
He doesn't use the cross
Huh?
jacket anymore.
Yeah.
And it's
Uh,
like what
You took his name. You took it. You took everything from him. Like, he's Killer Cross. Well, I know him for Killer
well, you
Cross.
can, but you ain't
yeah.
gonna be able to use the name Killer on
I know it.
WWE television.
So it's like again, they took his whole identity. So now you made him carrying, which is still
But
cool.
in
But
NXT, that shit was boy, that shit was beautiful.
man,
That
he was dope.
hourglass and that
Oh
presentation,
boy.
and then
Only
like
thing,
when he got hurt,
mhm.
man,
Only thing about it,
Couldn't
man, they
top.
just it pushed him so hard. It pushed
he
him so
deserved
hard.
it though.
He did. He damn sure did. I
He
was
had the
with.
skills in the ring to pay the bills. He was legitimately tough. Like I said, the presentation was phenomenal. If we could get NXT carrying across on the main roster, bro, it would fix everything.
Huh.
But you have to start to rebuild his credibility for it to work. And I think taking out the Pride at WrestleMania would be a great way to do
They
that.
need it.
So I'm hopeful Karrion Kross and AOP wins this match, and I hope not only do they win, I want them to look good while winning. I don't want it to be like a handful of tights roll up or some cheesy heel
Yeah.
victory
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like
Yeah.
Be
no,
like a
like
clean win.
Yeah. We ain't clean.
I need them to brutalize and to low key dominate the
Yeah.
Pride.
And keep
So
Scarlett on the side of the ring. Don't put her in there.
that's
We
another
need
thing that
a
killed him.
Yeah, it's another
Every
thing.
match he freaking did, she
Yeah,
was interfering in. Like,
it's true.
nah,
It's
none of
true.
that crap.
Yeah,
we need
man.
to see a last chapter and then a collider.
It's something.
Yep.
Keep her out.
The,
Keep
the
her out
real
of it.
fans know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Keep
Yeah,
her out
man.
of it. Keep her out, bro. Damn.
But those are our predictions for WrestleMania 40. It is shaping up to be a memorable WrestleMania. In my humble opinion, man, I really think this could be like the best WrestleMania we've had since, dare I say it, Mania 17, Mania 21. Like, this is really going to be one of those,
Oh
like,
man.
legit
Yeesh.
great WrestleMania. So I'm
Man,
looking
it's
forward to
17,
it.
bro.
Look at the card, bro. Like, really, there's only one match on the card we felt like was going to put us to sleep. Everything else on it, I'm low key hyped for.
And
So,
honestly,
You'll see.
I look at the Rey Mysterio Dragon Lee match now, and I'm probably thinking we might be wrong. I hope they prove us wrong, but who knows?
I don't know if they can, bro.
Well,
I'm, that's really gonna be the match where I go fix me a plate of food. I really might turn.
word.
No, like legit, I might turn and watch the UFL game during that match. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Word.
But Big A, you got something you want to say to the people before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, I do want to say that it was a great show today, of course, man. But don't forget, Saturday at 1 p.m., man, we got the Rooter Sports Talk Show, and we will have a special guest, man, coming from between the Numbers Sports Podcast, man. Darrell is gonna come in and spend some time with us and talk some football, man. So check us out live this Saturday, the Real Sports Talk Show, live right here on YouTube, 1 p.m. Be there or be square.
All right.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
That's our show for the evening. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It was a long show, but hey, WrestleMania is XL, so it's why we got to do what we got to do. But we can't wait. I'm excited for it. Saturday and Sunday night, April 6th and April 7th, live on Peacock. It'll be WrestleMania 40, the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. It's crazy to say. But y'all know the motto, y'all know the saying. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Come on back. Like I tell you guys all the time, there is no other sports product on cable television, local television, digital television, or YouTube that gives you the wide buffet and the wide variety of sports topics like the Real Sports Podcast does. We talk wrestling. We talk United Football League. We talk Canadian football. We talk the NBA. We talk women's college basketball. We talk the NFL. If there's a sport played on planet Earth, chances are we talk about it on this show. So come on back, hang out with us on Saturdays and Tuesdays. We're your one-stop shop for all things sports related. But y'all know the motto: be safe and stay safe. We out of here.